dear students. How are you all? Have you studied your previous lesson? Okay, let's remind about it. So, in the previous class, we see that the inmates of the Tolstoy farm were Hindus, Muslims, Parsis, Christians, etc. There was a scarcity of teachers. Even if it is available, they were not ready to come there because Tolstoy farm was 21 miles away from Johannesburg and the salary provided there were small. Gandhiji doesn't believe in the existing system of education. He believes that education can be gained by experience and experiments. He also says that education can be imparted only by parents. So, he is trying his very level best to shoulder the responsibility of the young ones as a parent. Okay, now let's watch something. Can you see it? Here is a famous quote of John Hart. Learning is not the product of teaching. Learning is the product of the activity of learners. Yes. So, in this session, we can see that Gandhiji's mind is filled with so many doubts. The young ones living there are not there since childhood. They are born and brought up in different areas. Also, they didn't belong to same caste or religion. So he doubted that he can't do full justice to them, even if he assumed the place of paterfamilias. Gandhiji always gave predominant importance to character building because he believed that character building is the proper foundation of the education of young ones. So, this is the overall summary of the second paragraph. Now, all of you take your textbook and read the lesson and note down the unfamiliar words. So, these are the unfamiliar words you have noted down. Conception, flow, circumstance, paterfamilias and family. So, the first word, conception. Look at this picture. From this picture, we can understand that the man and the woman is planning something or devising something, isn't it? So, what do you mean by conception? Conception means the forming or devising of a plan or idea. Now, the next word, flow. Here is a flower, isn't it? It is imperfect. Yes. Some petals are fallen down and there is a central portion. A mark is there, isn't it? So, flaw means a mark, blemish or other imperfection which marks a substance or object. Now, the next word, circumstance. What do you see in this picture? Yes, a bull is trying to hit a man, isn't it? So, he is in a severe condition, is it? So, circumstance means a fact or condition connected with or relevant to an event or action. Now, paterfamilias. What do you mean by paterfamilias? Paterfamilias means the male head of a family or household. Now, the last word, firmly. What do you mean by firmly? With little possibility of movement or securely. So, these are the unfamiliar words you have noted down. I hope all of you have got the meaning. Now, I will give you a model reading of this session. All of you please listen. The conception, no doubt, was not without its flaws. All the young people had not been with me since their childhood. They had been brought up in different conditions and environments, and they did not belong to the same religion. How could I do full justice to the young people thus circumstanced, even if assumed the place of paterfamilias? But I had always given the first place to the culture of the heart or the building of character. And as I felt confident that moral training could be given to all alike, no matter how different their ages and their upbringing, I decided to live amongst them all the 24 hours of the day as their father. I regarded character building as the proper foundation for their education, and if the foundation was firmly laid, I was sure that the children would learn all the other things themselves or with the assistance of friends. So my dear students, all of you please read this session loudly at your home with proper stress, intonation and rhythm. Okay? So my dear students, now I am going to ask you some questions to provide an in-depth idea of this session. Why did Gandhiji thought that he can't do full justice to the young people? Yes, because the young children living there was born and brought up in different conditions and environments. Also, they doesn't belong to the same religion or caste. Then, for which thing Gandhiji always given first place? Gandhiji had always given first place to the character building. And my last question, what did Gandhiji regard as the proper foundation for the education of young ones? Gandhiji regarded character building as the proper foundation for the education of the young ones. Okay, now let's learn something new. ED form of verbs. What is ED form of verbs? Let's look at the definition. The form of English verbs ending in ed which can function as a noun is used to represent the past participle. So, ed form of verbs is used to represent the past participle. For example, play, played, hate, hated. Have you got it? Okay. Now, you have to find out some more examples for ed form of verbs from this session. So my dear students, now I am going to give you an activity. You have to prepare a diary entry of Gandhiji on providing education to the inmates of the Tolstoy farm. So when you prepare the diary, you should include date, day and time. And then when you come to the matter, write about the feelings, plans, etc. that is in the mind of Gandhiji. Okay. Now look at my version. I will read it for you. 18th October 1910, Monday, 10 p.m. It was a thoughtful day. My mind is filled with so many confusions. The young people living here had not been with me since their childhood. They have been brought up in different conditions and environments, and they did not belong to the same religion. I don't know if I can do full justice to them, even if I assume to the place of paterfamilias. I will always give prime importance to the character building and I regards character building as the proper foundation for the education. I am pretty sure that if character building will firmly done in their mind, they will learn all other things themselves or with the help of the friends. Okay students, after preparing the diary, put it in a box. Okay. So, what all we have learned today? Yes, Gandhiji's mind is filled with so many confusions because the young ones living there had been born and brought up in different environments and conditions, and also they didn't belong to same religion or caste. And Gandhiji always gives prime importance to the character building. Okay. Now, there is a homework for you. You have to find 5 quotes on education by Gandhiji. Okay. Thank you.